guys, this is Uma from React to the K and welcome to my BTS fake love reaction. First of all, sorry for the weird lighting. I am back home in California, school's over, and I'm trying to figure out a good setup since this is my first time actually using my tripod and camera that I usually use at school for the main series at home. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we kind of got this pulsating synth in the background holding out Tonic with this really pretty guitar and of course lower vocals, which just really expands the range. Yep, and allows... Wow. Allows for the chorus to be much more dramatic because you start off in this really low range and once you reach the chorus you can really belt out the high notes and it just creates such a bigger impact. Da-da-da-da-da. 16th note dotted. 8th. Da-da-da-da-da. Might not even be dotted 8ths, it just might be 16th note tied to the 8th note. I love Taehyung's lower octave. Jimin's and Taehyung's voices are kind of almost scratchy in texture, so when combined it creates a really nice sound. Holy shit, yeah, they've stepped up their game with this video. Okay, so yeah, this song did start with the chorus. I think it started with the intro and then went straight into the chorus and then verse 1. Oh, there's this synth that's sort of I spy with my little eye of piano. No, poor guitar. Okay, now they added in a piano on top of the the 8th note synths. Jin got the bridge. Oh yeah. Story time, here we go. Yes, story time, like they did with Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Right after, I think it's right after the bridge, they use the same timing. I'll double check. This music video is insane! This interlude music is really pretty. Is this hinting back at the Wings? Yeah, it must be, because Hobie and Snickers. Oh my god. Yeah, the bass line and the synths are playing the same progression. This progression only has 3 notes because it holds 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 6, 7, 1? Oh, now is it Taehyung and Cookie? Okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't do the theory stuff, but I'm sure ARMYs are going insane. There's J-Hope with the Snickers, Jimin with the water and the bathtub and wings, and Suga with the fire, and I don't know what was going on with Jungkook. He's finding secret passageways and stuff, but that music video is definitely nice and mysterious, and yet it also feels like they incorporated their new like DNA aesthetics into it too. So we've got like this old BTS feel with this dark story along with the colors and fashion, I guess, of more modern time pop artist aesthetics. So that lower synth which is the titles from the movie Chariots of Fire, which was quite an interesting texture to put in a pop song, since I think this synth is most known for being part of this movie's soundtrack. So that was an interesting texture upon like the other more smooth like bassline synth and then guitar on top of that, and then they introduced the piano. Sounded more like a keyboard, not an actual acoustic piano in the song. And then there's actually much less harmonies than I thought there would be in the vocal lines. There's a lot of octaves, Taehyung on the bottom, or maybe even J-Hope sometimes with Cookie and Jimin on the top. So they really took advantage of the members' timbres and mixing those up to create a really nice sound. Okay, so yeah, with the Blood, Sweat, and Tears music video, the story is injected in the music video right after the bridge and right before the third chorus. Same with Fake Love. So I like how they're continuing this type of music video format, I guess. And yeah, let's jump into this song one more time. I'm gonna pull up my TE Tuner app so I can find the key so I can talk about the bass line progression a little bit more. Ooh. I believe it's in D major minor. Yeah, tonic is D. Yeah, D minor, and the progression that repeats over and over throughout the whole entire thing is 6 flat 7 1. So we're in harmonic minor, I believe. Ooh, I like that! So we're in the verse right now, and we've got the bassline synths going 6, 7, 1, and then we've got this little synth going da, 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 and it's in contrast motion with the bassline going up, and then the synth is going down, and it's creating some cute harmonies. 3, 2, 1, I believe. 3, 2, 1. No, that's 5, 4, 3. Minor 3. 5, 4, 3. In contrast with the 6, 7, 1. Oh, and then it changes up a little bit. Yeah, I like that upper synth because it's changing up the harmonies. It isn't just repeating the same 3 notes over again, unlike the bass line. It's harmonizing the bass line in different ways. Yeah, and the bass line was a little bit syncopated. Yeah, so if you listen to the bass line, most of the time throughout the song, it's just holding out for a bar, holding out for a bar. So whole note, and then 2 whole notes tied together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But in the pre-chorus leading up to, or no, this is the pre-chorus. So I guess in the verse leading up to the pre-chorus, we've got 6, 7, 1, da, 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 and then it kind of moves a little bit faster to hit other notes in the key of D minor. And so, I don't know, it just adds a little bit more motion and also speeds up the harmonic rhythm. Interesting, in this mix, we've got this pretty prominent high percussion sample on 2 and 4, and then we've also got this trap beat going on to add more rhythmic texture, but it's pretty far back in the mix, so I can barely hear it. Yeah, Sugar's rap is full of triplets. Triplet 1! Triplet da! Triplet da da da! Yeah, it's nice syncopated line. Bringing back in the percussion. So the piano that they bring in, it actually plays the exact same melody as the upper synth before. So basically they just brought in more instrumentals, but the new instrumentals just play the same exact melodies as the earlier synths in the past verses. At this part, I can't tell what instruments are playing. I want to say strings, but it also kind of sounds like this really gentle synth. The sound of the waterfall is covering the textures of the instrumentals, the timbre too. I think that was synth. I'm curious whether this part, yeah, this part is probably in the final song, maybe? To bring us back into the third chorus with Jimin's really high vocal harmonies. There's a lot of reverb on his part. That flash of cookie abs gets me every time. Yeah, I like the melody when they say fake love. Fake love, fake love, fake love. It sounds like they're saying freaky love. That's gonna be stuck in my head. Nice catchy melody. Do 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 in the guitar. Do 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 do. Ooh. I'm starting to think that BTS and octaves is becoming like a signature thing in songs, because in Spring Day it's J-Hope singing an octave below the main vocalist, and then same with DNA, there's a lot of octaves going on, and it just basically, it just fills out the sound. If that makes any sense, it fills out the sound instead of thickening it. Because when you have harmonies, it sounds like there's a lot more happening, there's a lot, it just feels, you know, like this, and then with octaves, it feels like this. So it's this feeling of emptiness, along with the songwriters being able to fill out the range, since there are, you know, there is a lower octave and a higher octave. So yeah, that's what I have to say about Fake Love. I will be doing a first listen to the Fake Love album. Not sure when I'll be able to get that up. I am surprisingly busy over the summer. I'm just trying to get ahead of time when editing the main series, because my house internet sucks and both my parents work, so they take the cars and I have like nowhere to go. But I'll do my best to post things as soon as possible. So thanks for watching my reaction, guys. I will see you later. Bye!